now 3 hours and 13 minutes in. Now it's time to ice up. Now it's time for the longest running segment on the longest running Panthers podcast, the Ice Up Picks, where we tell someone to ice up, toughen up to get it together. It's our homage to Steve Smith. And this is where everybody is fair game. We try to talk mainly about football on this show, but the Ice Up Picks is where we open our opinions in our life to anything and tell them to ice up, toughen up to get it together. Anybody chomping at the bit tonight?
Wait, hold on, man. We got to play this fire-ass drop.
Ice up, son. Ice up.
I'm icing you up. You know how things are done.
I forgot about the drop, too.
I'm getting tired,
Come
man.
on, man.
All right. Well, anybody chomping at the bit?
I'll go real quick. Mine's easy. As everybody been following me on this show and on my other show knows, I've been watching finally catching up on Game of Thrones. Finished it last weekend. Everybody who's watched this show has told me that I'm going to hate the ending, and I thought that maybe I could get through it, and I'd be like, okay, maybe I just won't hate it as much as everybody says. No, I absolutely hated the ending. It's absolutely terrible. So I'm icing up the writers. Who is it? Weiss and the writers,
Dave Benioff and
Benioff.
Dan Weiss.
Dan Weiss, yeah. I'm icing them up because it almost seems like you couldn't have written something worse than what you did. It's like you took every idea you had and said, well, what's the worst idea of that? How can we make this worse than that? And I don't understand where they were going with it. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't seen the show. That's 5-6 years old now. But to those guys who totally ruined the ending of the show. Didn't ruin the show, but the ending of the show, ice up.
Ice up. I had mine pulled up. All right, so mine's pretty funny, or at least I think it is. I'm icing up when your mom walks into your room, and you're in the middle of doing something, and you just don't know that she's behind you, and you end up letting the language fly. Man, this will make sense after it, but my man didn't say shit.
Did you just curse? It sure sound like you said shit.
I said sheets.
Oh.
Jeez.
Hey. He's quick-witted, though. You see that? He is quick-witted.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that kid jumped. He got so scared. He said,
I want to play that again. Listen to him and watch his jump.
Oh, shit.
Did you just curse? Did you just curse? It sure sound like you said shit.
I said sheets.
Oh.
Automatically I go with this video fake.
You scared me.
You know, somebody on the other end of that listening to him was like,
yeah, that's real. That's real.
So, yeah, I'm icing up when your mom walks in the room and you don't even know about it, and you're doing something wrong, saying something bad. And now it's on camera, man, so it's even worse. Ice up. I don't even know who I'm icing up, but that was fun. And play video cameras on your cell phone. How about that?
All right, my ice up pick goes to the crypto world and the crazy wild investing of this story that continues to unfold about the notable and clearly bad guy Bankman-Fried, who we should have known from the beginning. His name, yeah, and that was the best tweet I've seen about it. But today they're investigating this in Congress right now, and the new CEO hired to guide FTX through bankruptcy testified today, and he said this. He said, "It's an absence of record keeping. Employees would communicate invoicing and expenses on Slack, which is essentially a way of communicating in chat rooms. They used QuickBooks. A multi-billion-dollar company used QuickBooks." Representative Ann Wagner asked in shock, "QuickBooks?" And then he responded, "QuickBooks. Nothing against QuickBooks. It's a very nice tool, just not for a multi-billion-dollar company." Ray, who oversaw Enron during this, he's the guy they brought in to clean up the Enron mess. This guy, so he's the fixer for these fraudulent companies that I guess that comes in for investors. And he said that this was worse than Enron. And the jokes immediately and the parallels immediately come to the scene in Breaking Bad where Walter White's wife then goes to save her former employer who was committing tax fraud, and she acted like the ditzy woman, and she said that she used Quicken to do the books, and the guy in the IRS auditing agent in Breaking Bad said Quicken for a company this size. Bankman-Fried in a multi-billion-dollar scheme to defraud everybody. Oh, by the way, on top of this, that all the money from FTX, they were just like giving without condition to his girlfriend to invest in the stock market and her hedge fund. No barriers between the two companies. It was people basically rich kids smoking meth and getting people to give them money to party. QuickBooks, Bankman-Fried, bad guy, ice up. My question is, does this hurt or help QuickBooks reputation as a company? Like, you're like, hey, you might call it a tool, but hey, multi-billion-dollar companies even use it to screw you, to screw the government. Oh, QuickBooks, screw the government. That's my ice up. Bankman-Fried, notorious bad guy. By the way, he couldn't attend the congressional. He couldn't be interviewed because he's in jail in the Bahamas. That is the C3 Panthers pie. Oh, no, CK, what do you got? You got an ice up pick.
No.
Ice up COVID.
Yeah. Ice up
You
COVID.
need to go to bed. You didn't have to muscle this hard. The number's 252-228-5098. We'll be back here tomorrow night for the beat check, where we got Mark Burgeon helping us break down this Pittsburgh Steelers matchup. We'll be continuing to cover this on the Friday free-for-all. Saturday simulation will be fun, and the Sunday post game will be great. Cody Lashney in the house. How can they get after you? What are you doing on that drafttech.com?
Yeah, man. Tomorrow there's a brand new mock draft on drafttech.com, picking number 9. So it's a different pick, because the Panthers pick keeps on moving down and down the board, closer to 32. Let's go. But check out my written comment or content on drafttech.com. And every Friday at 7 p.m., that's right, you can join the Friday free-for-all. Every Friday at 7 p.m., the show for Panther fans, by the Panther fans. You can join and be on the show just like us are doing right here, right now. And, yeah, man, that's about it. We'll also be back Sunday for the post-game show.
Greg, how can they get after you?
You can find me at the BatDaddy52 on Twitter, my personal handle, or come check out my other show, Geeks Chasing Squirrels Across the Multiverse, live on Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. This week, I think we're talking about Doom Patrol, Willow, and some trailers, and wrapping up Game of Thrones.
CK?
You can find me at Codizzle Allen on most social media platforms. And of course, the Madden simulation, as Tony has alluded to in the previous statement. That's it for me.
Speaking of simulations, guy on Twitter just sent me this at Mr. Strats. He sent this to the Bat Daddy, the Stat Daddy, and Cody too. He said, "This is my favorite sim outcome. Ran 10,000 simulations in a Monte Carlo sim, and it spit out this one first. And this would be." Look at this. Is the Carolina Panthers in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
Loser in the Super Bowl. But hell,
Even
the simulations, even the computers are on our side as we trying to simulate success right now and turn it into real success. That's the C3 Panthers podcast brought to you by CarolinaCatChronicles.com. We'll be back tomorrow at 8:30 at the latest, probably a little bit earlier, and rocking and rolling throughout the season. Make sure you guys show up to Bank of America and send us those pictures of you using the hashtag C3 Panthers podcast, hashtag C3. Let's get this. Protect the bank, Cody Lashney. Protect the bank.
Protect the bank, baby. Hey man, C3 Panthers Podcast. Signing out. You already know what to do, baby. Kick pound.